Hey, and welcome to another Anodot webinar. Today I'll be speaking about revenue and payments monitoring using artificial intelligence. I'm Dean Kuchel, a customer success manager here at Anodot. I've been happily working with Anodot for over a year now. As part of my role, I manage the business relationship with more than a dozen of Fortune 500 companies in various verticals, some of them telecommunication, fintech, gaming, and others. And these companies has an annual revenue that starts at the tens of millions of dollars and exceeds billions of dollars on a yearly basis. One of the biggest challenge this customer face is detecting any early leak of revenue and monitoring the very complex payment ecosystem. In this webinar, we will be looking at solving these challenges using machine learning anomaly detection. And I will show you how Anodot business partners are not only able to detect payments-related issues very early, but also pinpoint the root cause and measure the impact on the bottom line and the revenue very quickly. I'll start by looking at some actual customer alerts and incidents, and I explain the return on investment. And please stick all the way to the end when I talk about our free incident cost report, and I'll also share some of the most frequently asked questions I get from my customers. So what does the typical payment revenue ecosystem looks like in today's digital era? Whether you're a B2C or B2B business, on one side, you will have the customers, the clients. On the other side, you have your business. And in between, you have the payment gateway. This payment gateway can be dependent on multiple factors. It can be the issuing bank, the credit card issuer, the receiving and acquiring banks. It can get even more complex if you have multiple channels, different payment plans, or you might have subscriptions or micropayments. You might have different products and services. This complexity of payment and revenue system makes it not only very difficult to detect these leaks, but also to monitor the vast numbers of metrics involved. And when something goes wrong, it's not only the bottom line that suffers as a result of any payment related issue, but it's also your customer service and your brand name. As you can see in this example of a very respectable payment processing company, they suffered 2 incidents within the same day, impacting the revenue and the business of many of their clients. But additional to this, as it took them time to detect and time to resolve it, it also put a lot of pressure on their customer service experience, and also harmed their brand name as the whole thing blew on social media. Many businesses monitor their business using BI tools or by manually checking out dashboards. But at the scale businesses operate nowadays, traditional tools make it practically impossible to keep pace and track of so many metrics, and they leave any incident remediation to chance. Here at Anodot, we've developed a much smarter, more efficient way to monitor your revenue and payment ecosystem. While you work, our machine learning algorithms monitor millions and even billions of events in real time, learning how each metric normally behave and alerts you when new things deviate from these norms. Let's take a look at actual examples of alerts generated for our customers by Anodot. The first example is a drop in payment approval rate. What we're looking at here is a graph showing the actual metric. This is the blue line. This is the actual data received from the client, the actual transaction success rate. The shaded area around the metric is what we call the baseline. This is the normal operating range of the metric, and the orange line indicates an anomaly. At the top left corner, we have also the score for this anomaly that show how significant this anomaly based on the historical behavior of this very specific metric. In this case, the customer saw a sharp drop midday of transaction success rate. That means that no transactions are being confirmed and approved, causing revenue to stop flowing in. Along with the incident alert, there is also a root cause analysis heat map, what we call ANOMAP. The ANOMAP show in a graphical interface what other metrics might be involved in the issue, in this incident, and also point to what can be the root cause. In this case, when we have a transaction success rate drop, we can immediately see that the incident only affects users coming from Android devices, paying with credit cards, specifically with two types of credit cards coming from a very, very specific version of the app. In this case, is 800. The value here for the client was not only a very fast time to detect this issue, but also immediately directing them to the right version and what device they should be looking at and credit cards provided they should look at, allowing them to provide very fast resolution and also share this transparency and details with their merchants and different clients. The second example is drop-in deposits. In this case, a gaming company measured the number of successful deposits of first-time players. This is a key metric for them, as it's proven that if a player unable to deposit the first time they play the game, they're most likely to uninstall the game and turn into the competition. In this case, we see an anomaly with a score of 95. It is very anomalous compared to past behavior. And the beauty of this alert in this case was that using their old BI tools and dashboards, they had a static alert. This static alert would only trigger an alert in case the success rate would drop below 35%. With Anodot, the system was able to learn the normal behavior for the different times and of the day and days of the week, and alert approximately 2 hours before the traditional system of this incident. And of course, as with any other incident, you receive the root cause analysis, the ANOMAP, that again pinpoint to the exact debit card, the card provider, and in this case also the payment processor, where the company was able to reach out immediately and get this issue resolved very, very quickly. The third incident I want to share with you is a drop in revenue for merchant X. In this case, a drop was detected midday, and at the same time, increase in transaction bounce rate was detected for another metric. By correlating different events and different metrics, we're able to group together a number of incidents into a single incident alert. Anodot able to take metrics from different silos. It can be your marketing, application, security, revenue, and correlate between them without ever being given the context of these metrics. It is a very, very powerful part of Anodot, and it's been very valuable for our clients. Yeah, so not only payment processing and gaming companies, but also the famous ride-sharing company Lyft, which nets more than 3.5 billion in annual revenue, has been using Anodot to catch revenue leaks. We are not wasting time looking at numerous dashboards and charts. We are getting proactive when anything deviates from the norm. And another testimonial for natural intelligence, a big name in the intent-based marketing. Their CTO, Lior Schechter, is a big champion of Anodot. And he says, when you spend as much as we do on campaigns, you want to make sure they run flawlessly. Before Anodot, it was easy to miss an issue and lose tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Having a great business monitoring solution like Anodot is a cornerstone of our ongoing business strategy. Many other Fortune 500 companies use Anodot to protect their bottom line. King, the gaming giant behind online games like Candy Crush and Farm Heroes, has seen a dramatic improvement in their time to detection. They say since using Anodot, they've seen a tenfold reduction in time to detection, and this has helped them to prevent customer churn and, of course, revenue loss. So how does Anodot work? Our platform leverages AI to constantly monitor and correlate business performance, providing real-time alerts and forecasts. In addition to the use case that I reviewed today, the revenue and payment monitoring, we also monitor partners such as affiliate programs and advertising, and also customer experience. Anodot is easy to integrate. We're able to connect and collect data from various data sources and databases like Google BigQuery, SQL, Google Analytics, Kinesis, and many, many others. And all these billions of data points we collect from different silos and different parts of the business, whether they come from your revenue, marketing, security teams, and silos, we then aggregate them, distill them to what's really business relevant. These insights are then delivered to you and your team via different channels. It can be Slack, Jira, Webhook, Microsoft Teams, PagerDuty, Opsgenie, or traditional email, so you can act quickly on these incidents. What separates Anadot from legacy monitoring tools is that we are business first. As opposed to APM and IT monitoring devices, our platform is designed for business metrics. These metrics are more nuanced and have fluctuating seasonality than other metrics across the business. We also provide deep 360 monitoring. We are very granular. We're looking not just at the high level, but also down to the very detailed of each metric. If we monitor application, it can be the device, the screen resolution, it can be the build of the operating system. We're looking at all these metrics and all these options. Customers often wonder how much they actually need a dedicated business monitoring system, and many of them are just unable to quantify the monitoring impact on a glitch or an incident on their business. Do you know how much revenue your business is losing each year to such incidents? You can fill out our 5-minute survey, and we'll send you a free customized report on how much your business might be risking due to such incidents or the current management workflow system that you have in place. I'll show you now an example on how I fill this report, and later on you can just follow the link below to fill out one yourself. I'll pretend to be the best company ever operating in the gaming industry in Australia, and my main role is within the network department of the company. I then move to the next stage, the discovery stage, where I fill out information about my company, whether that's annual revenue, how many metrics I currently measure and monitor, and move to information about what I currently have as a monitoring solution. I'll pick single commercial product using static threshold type of monitoring system, and I have approximately 4 or more data sources. And then move to the next stage, which is the challenges. Pick the right level of risk and challenge that you encounter in your business, whether it's frequency of missed incident, it can be the number of false positives that you experience with current monitoring system. And after you fill out all these different levels, you can simply click into the value report, and you will be receiving via email such report. In the report, you can see immediately what's the potential incident cost and the level of risk exposure that you currently might have. If we scroll down, you can see the cost of delay analysis that demonstrate the potential cost and loss due to time to detect. And in comparison to what can be the savings using a system like Anadot, using anomaly detection to lower your time to detection. You can also get more information about the risk exposure and more data and analysis based on the information you provide us. So check this out and follow the link below to have your own report sent to you. And last, I want to answer some of the most frequently asked questions by my customers. Anadot has a built-in alert feedback mechanism where end users can vote and rate each of the alerts. In its turn, this allows us to better configure the different alerts. With one of my customers, we were able to reduce the false positive alert rate from 30% to 0% of false positive within 3 weeks of working with these feedbacks. The second question I get asked quite often is how can I determine the financial impact of a given incident? Anadot can easily associate and correlate application or security metrics with revenue metrics. And this is done automatically behind the scene. Simply by sending revenue data and numbers to Anadot, these numbers will be displayed as part of the alert, providing you both the technical analysis and the revenue impact analysis within the same screen. This is a very powerful functionality of Anadot, and it allowed many of our clients to detect super fast issues, handle them and fix them very fast, and also measure the impact on the business all within the same system. Let's conclude our webinar for today. Thank you for staying all the way to the end. And I remind you that if you'd like to check out our cost analysis report, you can follow the link below, or you can go to our website, anadot.com, to get in touch with us, and we're happy to show you a demo and answer any questions that you might have. Thank you very much, and see you on the next webinar. And extract the right insights that has a real business impact. We then send those alerts to whichever workspace you're using.